What? Hello everyone. It's time to figure out what this weird thing is. Yeah, it's some kind of computer, but why is the CD-ROM drive upside down? Why does it weigh 30 pounds? And why is it so silver? Anyways, I can't stand it any longer. We gotta get into this thing. Yeah, it's kind of really silver and really glossy. I think you can probably see me in there. Yeah, this was that time period where case design was starting to get really weird. But where there's weirdness, there's often wonder. As in, I wonder, what is going on in this thing? It is incredibly heavy for being, it's just a regular mid-tower case. I weighed it and it's almost 30 pounds. And I'd love to know what's going on here. Why is this upside down? It's in there, like somebody put that in there. Why would you do such a thing? And the vent holes on the side have quite an interesting, distinctive shape. Yes, a distinctive Christmas tree shape. Right. Well, if that doesn't lend you a clue to the imagination of whoever designed this thing. And the haphazardness continues at the back. No I/O shield, because who needs that? But it looks like a Pentium 4 motherboard, probably. Having 4 USBs and an onboard NIC seems Pentium 4-ish, though I suppose it could be an AMD Athlon, same time period and all. And looks like it had some peripheral cards that have been harvested. Okay, let's finally get this thing open. Assuming I can figure this contraption out. It's got a tubular lock in there. Let's see, what position? I'm guessing that's the unlock position. Let's see, it clearly doesn't slide back. It doesn't slide up. Okay, so you pull it out. Okay. Aha! There we go. What in the... Look at the size of that CPU cooler. Well, clearly found the source of the weight. That thing's almost as big as my hand. Okay, gotta be a Pentium 4 then, because what else would need that much cooling? Though I suppose it could be AMD, but Intels weren't exactly known for running cool in this time period. That is wild. I've never seen a CPU cooler that big in person. It's definitely on the newer side, the PCI Express. And I'm so glad this thing has a hard drive. Maybe it'll lend a glimpse into the previous owner's madness. And yeah, that upside down drive was definitely deliberate. They even bothered to put a screw back in. The wrong screw. Yeah, can't even get out. They're like shoulder screws. It's weird. But before I do anything else, I've got to get this giant thing out of the way. And how do I get this giant thing out of the way? Okay, looks like I see 2 screws, one on the top, one on the bottom. The Ruby Orb A from Thermaltake. Okay, that's released. Oops. Oh, I clearly did that backwards. Not a standard design. Okay. Oh, it is an AMD chip. And I was ragging on Intel. Look at this bloody mess. Well, clearly it was great at moving air, because it also moved all the dust. Alright, let's see what kind of AMD you are. I try to clean it and it just gets dirtier. Alright, AMD Athlon 64X2. A dual-core Athlon. Socket AM2. So yeah, newer than most stuff I usually have on this channel. Let's try to get the rest of this cleared out. Now that honking heatsink is out of the way. Get off. Oh, that's great. This was barely connected. Oh, this thing is disgustingly dusty. Gotta do some archaeological de-dustification just to see the model number of that motherboard. Asus M2N, or MZN, I'm not sure what that is. Gotta be an M2N. M2N-MX SE Plus. Well, that's a plus. You know what, that RAM stick needs some sprucing up too before I touch it. And I love how they had to use this low-profile RAM and couldn't populate this bank. That freaking cooler in the way. That's hilarious. And let's see what kind of RAM we have. And there is a Kingston stick. Looks like 2 gigabytes DDR2, if I mastered Kingston's cryptic model numbers by now. So, pretty healthy amount of RAM for this time period. Pretty respectable. Would have to be. I would think this thing was in the Vista era. Speaking of which, let's get that precious hard drive out of there. It may hold the key to the lunacy of whoever owned this thing. This drive cage looks removable. Yes, it is. Sweet. Suppose I'll clear these out too. Assuming these are the only screws. But you know, as strange as it is, this seems like a really decently high quality case. It's got that thick sheet metal, which is what's contributing to the weight, aside from the 20-pound CPU cooler. And it has the hallmark of every high quality case, a ferrite bead on the front panel connectors. Massive ferrite bead too. Okay, let's get this monstrosity cleaned up, including the massive amount of thermal compound that they covered every square nanometer of contact surface with. I mean, you don't buy a ruby orb and then skimp on the thermal paste. And this system is playing havoc on my hands. I'm so wrecked. But you know, it's surprisingly undusty. I guess because it moves so much air, the dust just didn't have time to collect. Now it looks like I have to actually get this fan off in order to properly clean this. So I gotta do like the hokey pokey with the blades to get to the screws. See how that works. Yeah, it works. It actually might end up being one of the easiest fans I've ever cleaned. Yeah, I get back blade access. And there's some info. Thermaltake fan, TT-225A, 2000, what? Yeah, it's gotta say 2008. There's no way this thing's from 2000. It's just printed weird. Yeah, look at the inside of that thing. That is some machined aluminum. This thing must have cost a pretty penny back in the day, and probably held its value with how heavy the thing is. That's a lot of scrap aluminum. But who would scrap a priceless artifact like this? Not us. We save them. Oh, that is bad. That's some of that ultra-fine molecular dust. Plenty of it. This person spent all their money on CPU coolers and didn't buy air filters for their house. Jeez, remember when I said it didn't look that dusty? I regret every syllable. And I really should have doubled up on the paper towel. Too used to normal size heat sinks. There's what we have. And actually I missed. Got all over the bench anyway. Clean that up. Okay, so it turns out this advanced heatsink is a bit beyond my cleaning abilities. I had to take special action. Q-tip. Because I'm having trouble getting in these little fins where dust continues to hide. Alright, cleaned it up best I can, but let's see what it sounds like. Oh, it's got LEDs. That's a ruby orb. And sounds like a car radiator fan. It's a monster. And look at that current draw. It's drawing 1/4 of an amp. That's hilarious. For a CPU fan, anyway. Alright, I'm using the shop vac to clean the rest of this thing out. So my lungs cannot take another hit of that. I probably already unlocked some ancient norovirus or something. Oh, but I had to leave this here for all to see. Some evidence of ancient thermal paste crimes. Dripped a glob right in the bottom of the case. Use or abuse? So thick, it's not even cleaning up. Okay, let's see if that battery's any good. And that's a no. Thing was definitely abandoned. But you're coming back with me. Oh, and this is fun. And something tells me that's not normal. But these screws don't have any crank left in them, so what do I know? Is it supposed to be kind of free floaty like that? Seems like it's very close to knocking some SMD components off the board up there. Close, but not quite. Oh well, I'm not fixing it. And I better put that RAM back in before the heatsink makes it impossible. And let's give that Athlon 64X2 a fighting chance. That's right. I'm gonna let the clamp force do the work. And the hardest part is going to be lining up them screws. Meanwhile, that bracket's like bottomed out. How do people do this? Okay, I got a couple threads on there. We're gonna do this in stages. It's so hard to get to the line up. You can't even see it. You gotta like kind of hunt for it. Okay. I think some threads finally bit. That was exhilarating. All right. The ruby orb is ruby orbing. Oh, it would if I plugged it in. It just spins. It's so big it's a flywheel. Okay, now on to the drives. Starting with a hard drive. 120 gigabyte Seagate Barracuda. And that date code decodes to November 2003, according to some internet calculator. So if that's wrong, blame it. But you know, 2003 is not completely out of the realm of possibilities for this thing. Although 120 gigs in 2003, you'd have to be pretty ballin'. I thought I was the man with my 40 gig. Okay, and this was that beige upside down DVD drive. And honestly, I'm surprised it's so new. It's from 2006. On the face of it, it looks much older. Like, you know, it's got the whole beige thing going on. Looks like something you'd find in a 486, you know, ignoring the DVD emblems. So that's quite funny. You know, it looks like it might have come from a Dell. Doesn't it look kind of Dell-y? Got some Dell-y features. And here's the other drive, slightly older, at April 2005. Also a DVD-ROM. Oh, you know, that other drive, it didn't even register to me that it was a burner, a DVD burner. It just didn't compute. A badly yellowed beige DVD burner. Isn't that weird? Oh, and look at this. I'm trying to pull the power supply and, not with the ruby orb. There's like no way to get that out of there. Unless I just barely, there we go. That was fun. Don't know why I'm bothering. This thing sucks. First of all, feels like it's made out of air. So there's no earthly way it's 350 watts. That's a total lie. These wires are about as thin as angel hair pasta. Like every one of them. Yep, the StarTech.com special. Let's see if we can blow it up. Let's see if Mr. Pew Pew can finish the job. Oh, listen to that fan. I don't even think I'm gonna run that power supply. Voltages are good. Let's see if we get a Pew Pew. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's never gonna get old. And there's no. Come on, give me another one. There it is. Alright, well, let's see if that fan comes back to life. I'll tell you right now, I'm not listening to that. Find somewhere to stay. Okay, we'll give it 5 minutes or so. It's getting more frequent. Actually, you know what? I bet we can perform some operational surgery on this. Just get in that bearing. Because I don't give the tiniest bit about this power supply or this fan. We're just going to try to inject some oil in there. Well, something quieted down. No, I don't think even oil can help this fan. I know that got in there. Oh, wait. No, it did. Now it sounds great. Of course, you can't hear it over those noisy old hard drives. Yeah, I can barely hear it now. And it just came freaking back. All right, I know what you need. Some harassment. All right, that'll do it. And I'm going to call this power supply at least somewhat good. Good enough for this. I got it in mid-pew pew. Alright, I'm getting this thing back together, but I just wanted to come on here and complain. It just occurred to me that this motherboard only has one IDE channel. I guess, you know, IDE was on its way out when this motherboard came out. So no surprise it's an afterthought, but I gotta figure out how I'm gonna connect those DVD drives. I'm only gonna be able to do one at a time. And both drives are in cable select mode, So let's just hope that the hard drive takes precedence, and let's hope this cable fits. And it's probably not going to be able to reach the upper drive. Okay, well, fits there. Let's see, can it reach that upper drive? Just barely, actually. Let's see, can I get it in there? Yeah, it's like tight. You know what? We're gonna start with the DVD-ROM. And looks like they have the hard drive jumper kind of kooked in there. It's gonna be a miracle if this thing runs at all. And the time to find that out is now. Let's first send it some power. All right, lights flicker, but nothing else happens. That's good. Let's hit it. No fires yet. Oh, there's that fan again. Oh, it is posting though. That was a surprise. All right, let's load defaults. I'm gonna have to jam something in that fan. It's gonna drive me nuts, and probably drive you nuts. And why is it not booting from the hard drive? I wonder if it's confused about that cable select mode. Let's get into setup before I murder that fan. Delete. Delete. CPU fan error. Yeah, it's running. I don't know why it's mad about it. You know, why I'm worried about fans. Let's just, do one of these little numbers. Yeah, there we go. I quieted it down for now. Okay, resume from your fan error. All right, well, no, it detected that hard drive. Did not detect the DVD-ROM drive. Huh. Don't tell me they wiped this hard drive. That would suck. Oh, and there is no diskette drive. Maybe that's what it's freaking out about. Let's see, can you go away? There. Let's save and exit. Still at the CPU fan error. I wonder if it's just not getting the tact signal. Anyways, continue. Something's doing something in there. Sounds like a hard drive. But I'm thinking it's probably wiped. I just need to boot up to Canopix and see. And we'll see if that DVD-ROM drive even opens. It does, so clearly it's getting power. Why is it not getting any data? I have never found cable select mode to be reliable. So I guess I'll just make this primary and the hard drive secondary. Since it's not booting anyway. Yeah, gonna do that. Actually, I just made the hard drive primary and took the DVD-ROM off. So we'll see, because maybe it was just pissed about cable select or whatever bootloader it had. Let's try again. Oh, what? Okay, I specifically made it the primary and it's complaining. I wonder if that cable's bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and try another one. This really should be an 80 conductor cable anyway. Try 3. All right, don't care about your CPU fan error. Okay. Yes, we're booting. Sweet. Oh, thank God. So I've got to know what was going through this person's mind. Whose name was Robert, apparently. Does Robert have a password? Yes, he does. Okay, so I'm going to have to get into Canopix to get rid of that password. So I wonder if that DVD-ROM drive will work with a good cable. Now that I have one on there. So let's shut down all nice-like because I don't want to wreck this file system. And that's taking suspiciously long to shut down. Hard drive's still grinding away. There it goes. Now, let's see if I'm capable of committing some crimes with this cable. And the DVD drive is in secondary mode, even though I'm putting it at the end of the cable. I swear I remember that causing trouble at some point in the past. But honestly, it shouldn't care that the primary's on the second thing. But let's see. I'm probably misremembering. Okay, what's this? Try number 4. Starting to lose count. Actually, I gotta get into setup. So delete. Yeah, I don't care about CPU fan error. Take me to setup. Okay, cool. Boot order. Boot device priority. Yeah, CD-ROM's on the bottom of the list, so let's fix that. I don't want removable div in a second because it probably doesn't exist. Ugh, what the hell? Oh, this. I remember this. So you can't change these individually. freaking annoying. Can't just go a tappy hard drive, then removable device? Oh well. It should be fine. Hello? That thing did just work before, right? Or did I forget to plug it in? Yeah, my stupid ass forgot to plug it in. Naturally. Shutting down. Plugging in. Derp. And let's get period correct canopics in there, or somewhat period correct canopics. Can you boot? I don't remember if I saved that boot configuration. No. Did I? No, I didn't. Ugh. I think this freaking Florida heat's starting to get to me. Does sound like that thing works, though. It's happily reading. Anyways, rebooting again. Because I'm an idiot. Alright, delete. Did you not hear me deleting? I guess it didn't. Rebooting again for like the 20th time now. I ain't gonna spam delete so hard. Both deletes. I dare you to give me a keyboard buffer error. Did that do it? Looks like it did it. Let's go. Anyways, boot configuration. Why does it seem brighter? I wonder if that's just me, or if that's transferring into the video. It's definitely like, it's like washed out. Give the cable a little wiggle. No, that ain't it. No telling. Okay, this time, we're gonna save it. Duh. Get on with you. There we go. Yes. This thing should have enough RAM to get to the graphical environment. Oh, it's got an N-Force chipset. N-Force 4. And with that big red cooler, I thought they were ATI people. And Compass Fusion? Sweet. I get desktop effects. Let's see them. Yeah, look at that. Fade in. Do we get wiggly windows? Oh, yeah, you bet. Really. Mid-2000s all over again. Let's see, I bet, do we even get... Yeah, the spring in the thing maximize animation. And I wonder if we get the corner peeling back. Oh yeah, we do. I do. I obsessed over this when it first came out. Right, it was called Compas, and it went to Barrel, and then went back to Compas. Actually super handy in some cases because you could like set transparency. Oh, that's the zoom option. Yeah, you can like zoom in on anything and everything. But you could set windows to be like transparent so you could see what was behind them. It's actually super handy. I wish we had that in modern operating systems. Anyways, what password hacking tools do we have on here? Quit clicking. There. Should probably be CHNTPW by now, right? No? NT password? None of them? What version of frickin' Knoppix is this? Can't be that freaking... I know I've used this before. Oh, I don't know if I've used this to crack a password. I might have to go dig up actual modern Knoppix, which I'm sure will run fine on this. I know I didn't get this wrong, did I? Yeah, there is no CHNTPW. Alright, gonna have to boot yet again into Knoppix 9.1. Be right back. Again. And switching you out. Okay, there we go. And no cool desktop effects on this. When do computers get so boring? Okay, now I should have CHNTPW. Yes, we do. Now I gotta figure out, what did that get mounted as? Media / SDA1. We're going root. Alright. / Windows. What? Where's the Windows directory? Is it, what, not capitalized? It's all capitalized. That's better. System 32. I always wind up in a fight with case-sensitive file systems. Oh, swear to there. All right, one more. Assuming config isn't capitalized. And there we go. There's our SAM hive. Sweet. Actually, let me make this a little bigger because CHNTPW is a little chatty. There. Hit that SAM hive. Edit user data and passwords. We want to hit Robert 03EB, who's also an admin. We're going to clear his password. And why not enable the account? Sure, why not? All right, let's quit editing this user. And I should be able to enable the administrator account, just in case. 01F4. Blank its password. Unlock it. Actually, I'm not even sure what edition of Windows that was. Pretty sure. Looked professional. I can't be expected to remember back that far. Okay, quit editing this user. And let's go ahead and write this out. Hopefully I didn't wreck it. Yes, write it out. Sweet. And we're going to give it a nice clean shutdown. So I'll wreck that file system.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
And we get the shutdown sound. Got disk out. Do your thing. Now, why did it shut down? I requested a reboot. Here. Come on. Oh, get me in. All right, Robert, if that is your real name. Your password is no more. And yeah, this thing looks pretty well used. What is instant support? Instant support for what? Lunacy, I bet. Ugh, what is this? PC Accelerate. Okay, power user confirmed. This is not power user stuff. This is pseudo power user. Okay, I don't care about antivirus. What are we supporting? I'm curious. Ah, the crapware has already begun. 2014. Okay, I guess that's relevant for this time period. Instant support, instant computer assistance. Wow. So maybe not a pseudo power user. Whatever is below that, I guess. Well, let's see what horrible errors it finds on my very broken computer. I actually got a VNC server. Is that running in server mode? Come on, open up. Options. Uh-oh, what have you found? Horrible virus, 104 issues, slowing down my computer. Ooh, I better fix that now. Actually, yeah, no, let's just continue with issues. I love how it shames you. Fine, I'll continue with issues, because I have an inferiority complex. Yeah, I don't need this screwing up our archaeological dig. Go away. Piss off. Don't care. Give me all the issues. Okay, so we're running an authentication-less VNC server. That's healthy. And every SOC person in the audience just collectively shrieked. Okay, well, whatevs. They like to live dangerously, insecurely. At least I think this is probably Service Pack 3. But, you know, that doesn't do much when you have a wide open VNC server. Let's see, what else is this? PC Accelerate Pro with all the horrible problems. Instant support, whatever hackware that is. QuickBooks point of sale. Was this thing actually running in a, you know, like a commercial environment? Processing credit card information with a wide open VNC server? Sad PCI DSS noises. That's probably why the user went insane. He probably got fined into oblivion or kidnapped by compliance people. Anyways, what is on here? Why does this mouse sensitivity suck? Alright, so point of sale system was definitely not what I was expecting from this thing. You know, I should have set the freaking date. Okay, that won't screw up my timestamps. There's no way this thing was from 2002. Let's look at timestamps. See when the last time this thing was used. 2017, so roughly 10 years? I guess that's not that unusual. Yeah, and there's a name I gotta blur. Dang it. Okay. Although Windows XP in 2017 is kind of egregious, especially if it was processing credit card payments. Let's see, what's in the garbage? Probably all the compliance documents. There's some new folders. Oops. Well, let's see, what happens if I open this? I guess got a DRM stripper for PDFs. Oh crap, problems are back. Remove now! How about you remove yourself? Oh, that's funny. Was this thing really running a point-of-sale system? Sure, loading slowly enough to be loading some data. Ah, my pro trial has expired. Man, I want to know if they were actually using this. Okay, apparently it was some kind of guitar business. I'm not going to show the whole name because it's probably still in business. Every time I freaking come across this in a video, that company's still in its full vigor, so I gotta blur everything. Anyways, yeah, I ain't digging too hard in there anyway. I'm just gonna say, yes, it was being used to process credit cards with a wide open VNC server. What else is on here? Really, not a whole lot. It's kind of throwing me for a loop. Space usage. Yeah, tons of free space. Barely use this thing. Okay, this thing's getting really pushy. And they've even moved to the driver updates market. As if fixing every problem my computer ever had wasn't already a selling point. Yes, I'd like to continuing with issues. And nobody asked you. Go away. Jeez. There's gotta be a name for this. Pushyware, shrugware, annoyingware. Okay, let's creep some bookmarks. See if there's any. Oh, okay, well, Chromium doesn't exist anymore. Surely Firefox does. It does, but let's. No real bookmarks of any sort. It looks like Yahoo wormed their way in. So what browser were they using? Were they just really good at covering their tracks? Surely not IE7. Oh, this brings back memories. Bad memories. No, I would not like IE to be my default browser. Yeah, running with no add-ons, that's the only way it could run. ActiveX was such a security disaster. Alright, you got any favorites in here? No, this person didn't do favorites, apparently. What is in the safety menu? Man, they were big on clearing their browser history. I guess a person who whimsically installs a DVD-ROM upside down probably needs to do that. Okay. There's gotta be something else on here. What about documents? How could there be new programs? I didn't install anything. No documents. What were they stripping DRM out of PDFs for? Finally, a something. An HD player. That's descriptive. Do they at least have music? They ran a guitar store. Nope. Can't do anything with this computer. FHS data, what the devil is that? It's empty. They were definitely using QuickBooks on this at some point. Going back to 2012, apparently. Well, I'm not creeping the QuickBooks data. Let's see, programs list. What the hell is ByteFence? There's so much anti-malware on here, it ends up being malware. Let's see, let's open this up. What a disaster this is. Yeah, another one of those pushyware softwares. You need to run a scan. This sounds like it could take a while. But at least it's free. All these for-pay anti-malware programs, didn't these people know Spybot Search and Destroy was all you needed? And it was free. Free forever. It's probably still free. Well, they have VLC on here, so they must have been, you know, doing something other than QuickBooks and anti-malware. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, I figured out why they were so avid about clearing their browsing history. You know, I just had a feeling about this person. Alright, let's test that DVD burner. I don't think I'll actually test the burning portion of it, but we'll at least see if it reads. Let's shut this down. All nice like. Alright, I swap-a-rooed them so that that cable could reach, because it doesn't reach all the way up to here. Well, it clunks. I'm kind of scared to see what's in here after seeing what they were using VLC for. Oh good, it's empty. And we're gonna test it with a DVD. We're gonna go right for the tough stuff. Oh, this crap again. Crap pops up every time you boot. Although I noticed the issue counter is not increasing, you would think they would suddenly try to subtly juice that. Okay, that DVD-ROM spun up, and it works. Look at that. Oh, go to frickin'... Yes, go to hell. Yeah, that thing works. I'm not gonna play it though. I'm gonna actually copy the VOB files off of it. That'd be a little better workout. Go to max speed and not get me any copyright strikes. Let's see, where's a big one? That's not big. That's not big either. Ugh, fine. Details. There we go. I'll copy you. And paste you. And copies happily. So no earthly clue why they decided to disable this one, it being the more capable drive. Newer and more capable. Alright, that was it. Oh wait, where'd it go? There it is. Alright, cool. So, amazingly, everything works on this system. And I dare say I do not want to dig any further into this person's mind, so let's shut this thing down. Okay, well, maybe some questions are better left unanswered. I do have one remaining question, though. Does anybody recognize this case? It seems so well built that, you know, it's got to be something substantial, like some well-known brand or something or other. I can't find any maker's marks or anything relevant inside. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It really does help the channel. It's an important growth metric. And we'll see if we can grow this thing. And I'd like to give my undying gratitude to the super subscribers, patrons and channel supporters, who not only give me the funds to buy these things, but also, you know, keep me on track and committed. And for that I thank them, and thank you for watching.